I'm at the end of my hunt. I didn't get out on the river till like 2:30, so it's almost dark. I've been out here a couple hours. I walked a couple sites in West Virginia. They looked great, but I didn't find nothing but flakes of chert. Then I come over here and used my sifter for a while on some fire rock beds and got a little Brewerton point. It's all there, it's decent. It's a Brewerton late side notch from the mid-Archaic cultural period, and it's 5,000 to 6,000 years old. So you'll see that next. And then tomorrow when I get up, I'm gonna go dig bottles and marbles and stuff, so you'll see clips like that on here too. And at the end, my pet squirrel, Squirrel Man. And I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. I'll be putting on lots of treasure hunting videos later. All right, I'm back out on the river for a little bit. There's a brick. It's broke there. It kind of looks like a street paver, but it's broke. But I walked this whole site, and I mean, it looks good. Look, right there's the beach clay. All the rocks laying right on it. You can, it's all fanned out. The water's been up over it. This is a lower water site. So the water came up a little bit. You can still see there's stuff up there high, but I got all this. I can surface hunt now, and I've just now been able to do this. But it looks great. But I only found one piece of flake of black canola chert. This is a flake from the manufacturer of ancient artifacts. So an Indian had that right in his hand thousands of years ago. See, base clay. All this stuff's laying right on it. I should have brought my metal detector. I didn't know it was going to look this good. I'll come back with my metal detector. See, the metal's all just laying right on the base clay. The coins wouldn't be deep at all or whatever else. This is where I found that bale seal. But I'm going to go look some other places. It's not a given. Even if it looks good, you might not find nothing for weeks doing this. That's why I like going to the dump. I can get a video every trip, find all kinds of cool stuff, but I might lock onto something exceptional. So you can see how good it looks. All this exposed stuff, clear out into the water. See how good it looks in here? See the fired rock? It looks real good. Looks real good, but only one flake. I'm gonna go look some other places later. All right, I'm sifting in here where I found that drill laying out. There's a nice little layer in here, and I got a point. It doesn't look spectacular, but it looks whole. And see, there's a flake right there. We'll put that in my pocket. But it's down here at the bottom. It's right here. It's a point. See what we got. It's kind of low quality material, but it's a decent little archaic dart point. Looks like it's made of like shale or something. It's decent. It's a decent find. I got a whole point. I wasn't expecting to find nothing. It's cold today, but that's pretty nice. It's decent anyway. It's a whole point. You know, it's only like a $5 Arrowhead. That drill's superior to it, but it's pretty decent. Pretty decent. Unique material. It looks like material from Pennsylvania, but I'm fairly close to the border of Pennsylvania, and I'm on the river. I've found points made out of the same stuff before. It's low quality, but the point's all there. So, chalking them up. Later. Alright, I'm heading down in here. This is where I've been finding a good many marbles and other stuff. We got some more rain, which stinks, this morning. It's kind of wet, but I was going to go to a dump where I could find stuff 100 years older. There's old stuff here, but it's through all this trash. I got to like dig this section out, but I don't want to leave the marbles because I like the marbles just as good as anything. But I'll show you some stuff at the end of this video, some salt glaze crocs and stuff I found that are just crazy nice. And I'll go back to one of them places this month. I don't really want to dig it when it's this wet. I'm gonna have to dig 10-foot holes too, so that stinks. But I'll show you some real old bottles, and well, they're crocs from the 1880s, salt glazed stoneware. I have a whole collection of them that I've dug, most of them on this channel. I will show them to you, but I'll get back on my first find in here. It's like, this is 40s to 60s trash I'm in right now, but I'm finding all kinds of good stuff. There's lots of toys up in here. This is where I've been digging. Lots of marbles, and that's what we're shooting for. Today's a handful of marbles and whatever else I can find. I'll get back on my first one later. Yeah, look at this, just immediately. There's a Mark's figure. It's an Indian too, and he would have had a bow in his hand, but the bow's messed up. That stinks. That would have been very cool. It's that early Mark's rubber. Well, anyway, I'll get back on my next find. Whew. I dug a hole there, wasn't seeing much except that Indian figure. I come up here. This is where I was finding marbles in my last video, where I left off. And I got one right away. Just looks like a blue cat eye. It is. But we're on the board. This is what I'm looking for them frames. I need another handful or so, and I got another frame filled later. All right, I already dug that. That didn't take long. This is kind of loose soil, but this is the hole. I just started this in the last video, plus all the way up through here. But I'll show you the hole at the end. This ain't just coming and raking around in a few spots for a handful of marbles. It's digging all over the place. You got to do your work to find these. And you got to keep moving around till you see them, and then you got to follow that in all directions, because a lot of times they were in a bag, and there's a main concentration of them, then there's a concentration all away. Sometimes they're in jars, sometimes they're in jars that exploded. You got to kind of look at the terrain and think, well, if there's marbles here, where could they be? They might be above. If you're finding just scattered, then they might be a concentration of hundreds right above you. So you got to move around. I hope that helps you. I'm going to get busy. I'll get back on my next find later. That's a little prescription bottle. It says 3.5 on it. But I got my blue bottle. I find one of these every trip. I'm going to take that. I trade them. I put them in boxes till they're full, and then I trade the whole box for like a bottle that I want. Look, definitely marbles up in here, but this looks like another average one. See it here? Come right out of that kind of rust layer, and it's all cracked up. So an all beat up cat eye, I'll take that and just put it in a standalone jar with other damaged ones. But it's just fractured all through it. You can see it later. Yeah, that's somebody's false teeth. That's pretty gross, but I'm gonna take him. Put them in a jar. It's kind of a morbid thing. I have a bunch of them that I've found on dumps, but that's crazy. Look at that. Somebody's teeth. Yeah, I moved holes. I was digging up there. I just wasn't seeing as many marbles as I want to see. But I come down here, opened up this little hole, and got a blue bottle there. It's the right age of stuff. I'm gonna work this area and see if I can't get into a pocket. Look. And no marbles in it, but that's a keeper. That's a nice Mountain Dew. Look how perfect it is. Take that one. I just found this thing too. I'm not sure if that's off a car or a seat or something, I don't know. But that's odd. Huh. But that bottle's nice. I'll get back if I see anything else. I'm looking for marbles though. I haven't seen but them two. Yeah, I just raked this out. It's a big street paver. And it says Porter Block on it. We're taking that. I love these things. But yeah, that's a shame the tips broke off that. That's like Viking glass or something. That's beautiful. It's a bird. But the back's broke. I could probably fix that. cut it with a glass cutter, I might take it. But that's a shame. I'm gonna carry that block up to my bag here and get a drink break, and then I'll be back in here. Marble here, and guess what? Just got this rake. Tines broke off of it already. I can still use it, but that sucks. These hardware tools suck. But here we go. Here's a Marble King. It's nice condition. It's real nice condition actually, but just average. Later. A few seconds later there, I'm starting to get into some marbles. There's a clear one. It's kind of got a little light blue tint to it. It's real nice condition, but just, you know, nothing great. I'll see if I can't find some swirls or something. I'm gonna go that way, see what's over in there. Yeah, I just raked this out, and I know for a fact I don't have this variant of this Hires. This is from the 50s or 60s. I have Hires bottles, but not this one, and all the ACL is there, and that will clean up. Let's see what time period it's from. It's got 58 right there. I'd say that's the date. That's pretty nice. That'll clean up to look brand new. The ACL bottles here are super on the side of this hill. I'll get back. I want to show you that. Yeah, this is looking like it's turning into an ACL bottle digging day. These ACLs are just fabulous. All of it's there, and it'll clean up. I can clean them up with little sponges and stuff. Clean the inside with a wire coat hanger and a sponge and spray cleaner. But all of this stuff will clean off. They're just nice. That's a nice 7-Up. It's little, it's 7 fluid ounces. Well, anyway, I wanted to show you I'm on the ACL bottles back in here. Look. Yeah, I just found that bird. Now there's one. It's like art glass. It might be Viking. Dazzle Viking. But look at that. These would have been awesome finds if they were both whole. Oh, that's heartbreaking. My rake broke, but I can still dig. Took that bird down there, walked up here in the hole, and I didn't see the marble. I saw the bird. There's a vitro agate made in Parkersburg, West Virginia, another Christmas colored one. Let me wipe it off here real quick in my shirt a little bit so you can see it. Real beautiful red and green, kind of Italian colors or Christmas. That's cool. Nice condition. It'll look great in that frame. Right there, that's a blue ACL season. I'd say that's a Dr. Pepper. It is Dr. Pepper. Oh, it's nice. That was just, I thought it was messed up. It was just like water deposits on it. That's nice. That's a nice ACL bottle. I'd say this is from the late 50s, early 60s. 67. We're getting a nice collection. Got the Mountain Dew up here in the bag. 3 different ones there. There's Pepsis and stuff coming out. Here's a big, I probably should take that. That's probably good too. I got enough of them. That one ain't that nice. But I'll see if I can't find some more ACLs. We'll see how many different ones we can get in here. Well, that's a shame at the end of that gun and these legs messed up. That's a cowboy shooting a rifle. It looks like a cavalry. It's probably from the Mark Civil War playset. I think this is the Union Army blue and the Confederates were gray in the sets. You can look up Mark's, M-A-R-X, Civil War playset, and you'll probably see this. He would have been on a little plastic horse, like a cavalry dude. That would have been cool. Another Mountain Dew, but here's an RC. Real nice. Real nice condition. You know, only a few dollar bottle, but when you get a collection of them, these will be good to trade. I can turn that into like a bunch of them all cleaned up into a real nice 1858 Mason or something. Because that guy could put $3 or $4 in an antique store on every one of them bottles and sell them right away where he's located. Down there, come back up here again, there's a marble laying in the hole. It's just a cat eye, but still it's another marble, and that's, oh, this is awesome. It's one of those green ones with the brown tips like I just found last week. It's awesome. Hold on. I'll put a link up at the end of this video. I just found one of these back, I don't know, like a week ago. It's a beautiful marble. 2 colors of like green with copper like tips. Look at that. That's the nicest marble so far. Now I got another one to go right by that one in the frame I'm working on. That's nice, folks. Look at them brown tips. Hey, here's another keeper. You know, that's a nice condition for coming out of the ground. Look at this. Just right here. And it's like this most days. I just don't show all the ACL bottles, but a lot of people were interested in them and a lot of people collect them. So I'll show them on this day. See, I got a pretty good layer going here under my bag. I'll find a few more things. I'd like to find another couple of these Mountain Dews. That's a pretty desirable bottle. It's, you know, it's worth $10 all day long. That's a shame that one's broke. Cleaned up, it's $10 every time. I'd like to get into a pocket of about 50 of them. Well, I just got this. This is nice. It's a little, tiny, old German ACL beer. Queen City Brewing Co., Cumberland, Maryland. Premium lager. Aged that extra month beer. And it's brown and it's perfect. Man, there's nice ACL bottles in here. You know, that'll clean up to look new too. Look at all these. Just right here. You know, I've been digging these in this spot for about an hour and a half. And those birds would have just been sick. And I got a few marbles, so it ain't bad. That's a lot of ACL bottles. And you know, there's other ones too. There's a Magic Valley, a different one. Hopefully I can find one of them to lay down there for the picture too. But I'll get back if I see anything else. I'm not gonna stay much longer. It's gonna start raining. There's a few bottles sticking out right here. Well, there's all kinds of bottles sticking out right up in there. But this looks like a Pepsi. But I'm hoping that's not a 7-Up there, and it's a Mountain Dew with the embossed hillbilly. That's the 7-Up. People sure like that. I find hundreds of these a trip. No deposit, no return, 7-Up. Every trip, rake that out, dippity-doo hair gel. But here's another big Pepsi that's just absolutely perfect. Look at that, 16-ouncer. That's worth a few bucks. Well, I guess it's not. Won't take it. I only take the perfect stuff later. Here's another different Diet Like Cola green bottle to add to the little display down here. It'll make a nice cover image. I'll get back on taking a drink break. I'm gonna stay like another 20 minutes probably. And then I'm getting out of here. Later. It's like a Magic Valley, so that's another different one. And it's messed up, of course. And broke up here, so that's no good. I was hoping that was a perfect one. Another ACL bottle, and I know for a fact I've never found that. Wonder what the heck this is. Like. That's real, like late 60s looking, like Flower Child type stuff. That's a pretty cool bottle. Let's see what we got here. Like. Huh. Green bottle, that's pretty cool. Clean it up. Later, another marble here. It just looks like a blue cat eye, but I don't have much to go on that frame. And that one cat eye I found, the green with the brown tips, is just amazing. Yeah, it's just a bloom, but it's not all cracked up. Up in there's where I started 3 or 4 videos ago, but I moved down the hill and I've been working my way up through here. There was a lot of marbles coming this way, so I should get into them here in a video or so. Really get into them. There has to be a concentration of them, and that's what I'm looking for now, where I'll just find hundreds of them, fill a frame within a couple days. But that's a real solid condition, and it'll be a filler piece for that huge frame I'm working on, and I'll show you the frame in this video too later. Well, I just raked this out in this 1961. That's about the end of the run of these. It's a Sistersville, West Virginia one. That's the smaller scripts, the later ones. But there's another bottle to go, not ACL, to go on this display. Look at this. These are all saleable bottles. You know, the Mountain Dew is probably the most valuable with the hillbilly on it, but some of them other ones ain't bad. That's some kind of little perfume bottle. That's kind of cool. It's got the original cap on it, which is round. I'll throw that in the bag and trade it. So starting to get into marbles as I expected. That first hole, I was raking them out of there immediately. There's a nice layer in here. You can see it. There's ACL sages all through it and marbles. And they're getting concentrated more as I go up the hill. Here's another cat eye. It's just a green one, but it's super nice condition. It'll be nice for that frame. It's pretty. But you know, this is like a 25 cent to 50 cent marble. That other cat eye is probably worth $5 or $6, that 2-color one, maybe 10. It just depends. I'll have to look at it more. That I've ever seen that blue bottle, that exact shape. That's kind of cool. It's older too. That's 30s. But got kind of a cool figurine here. It's all there. Looks like Dumbo. I don't know if it's marked. It's pretty dirty, but I'll clean it up. That'll be nice on one of my finds cases or shelves. Gotta take that. That's kind of cool. Later. Definitely getting better as I'm going up the hill. I know I said I was leaving, but I always have to even out my hole so I can just set in it when I come back. But there's a broken crock, and you know, that's even complete. That's like a $30 piece, if that. It would have been nice to find it too. But I got one of them awesome insulators. Look at this. I found these. Look at the color on that. They're glazed ceramic. These are unique. I love it. That's a good one to stop on now. I got a pretty decent video. There's more stuff up. Them are creepy, huh? But I'll show you the marbles here in a second. And look at this. I'm gonna have to go get a box out of my truck, come back and load all these up. Look at all these ACL sages, and there's more up there. That's nuts. Later, I walked back up here to get my rake, picked up a bottle, and right under it is a marble that looks like the nicest one of the day. This is the third time I've walked back to the hole and saw a marble today. This looks good, folks. Look at it. Let's see. Oh man, folks. Oh man. Well, that was worth the trip right at the end of the day. Look at this smoker. This is the nicest marble of the month. Look at this. That's awesome. It's got rust staining on it, but that'll all come off. That brown, that's just a beauty, folks. Best marble of the day. Let me get in my pocket here. I'll be right back and I'll show you all the ones I got. See, just a little older stuff out of that 60s trash, and you get something like that. But that green cat eye with the brown tips on it's nice too. And says that Vitro, they're pretty marbles. The rest are just commons, and that one's damaged. But man, look at that thing. Holy crap, I should have started up in there. I got that Dumbo figure, that insulator, now this awesome marble. I hate to even leave, but I'm gonna go. I'll come back tomorrow. This is definitely it, and I'll show you Crocs at the end here. Alright, I tried to turn some lights on in here so you could see this stuff. These are the salt glazed Crocs I was talking about. These are just some of the ones I've found over the years, but I found all these ones on video. There's only one with damage, and it's this one. It's got a chip in the rim, but my mom likes it, so I gave them all to her, and she puts them up here in her house. But this one's awesome right here with these early American shields stenciled on it. Here's a Hamilton and Jones, Greensboro, Pennsylvania. Here's another one I dug. This is James Hamilton and Company, Greensboro. It's just absolutely perfect. Here's two more with brushed cobalt blue on them. Like, I found two of these on my channel, these little ones. They're G Hire, dealer in dried goods and groceries is what it says up here, Bearsville, Ohio. And this is so rare, none of them's ever been sold on eBay. Never, not one. There you can see it, beautiful stenciling. And there's another one right there behind it. Then we got this one. This Croc's beautiful. I dug this out on video. Look at the stenciling on that. Look at this smoker, perfect condition. The antique store I go in New Matamoros, Ohio. This Croc came from the building's old. The grocery store, this place used to be in that store that I traded that guy for in 1880. It says manufactured for S. Hutchinson and Sons, Matamoros, Ohio. And it's called New Matamoros now, but that's the same place. That's a beauty. That's an extremely rare Croc. None of these have ever been sold on eBay, ever. That's how you tell the rarity of something. If you find something and look it up and it's on eBay consistently, it's not rare. This is a little more common croc, but it's still not real common. It's a Conrad, New Geneva, Pennsylvania. It's a beautiful little one. I like these little ones the best. But I find this kind of stuff too. I don't just dig in ACL bottles. I'm looking for marbles. That's what I want. But you see, I find a lot of other stuff too that's old. I can find all of this old stuff. I just already have it all from digging over the years. And there's that marble from this video. It's insanely nice. Well, it was a good trip. I hope you enjoyed the video. Here's just some of the, I'll go dig more crocs on video when I get a chance. Later. Look who I found here. I had to get him out of his box. He's been in there hibernating. You gonna have some? You gonna have some pear? You mad? You mad I got you up? Poor old sleepy squirrel man. Here, buddy. Here. Here, buddy. What's going on here? I got a little light up there so you can see him better. It's after dark. It gets dark quick in Ohio. That's for sure this time of year. Look at this handsome boy. It's my pet squirrel for all you newbies. He's doing good. Somebody's whipped out. You whipped out? You tired? What's going on here, buddy? I like you too, buddy. Well, anyway, thanks for watching the video, and Merry Christmas to you all. Later.
Mm-hmm.